Hello everyone, and in today's video we will be doing something a little bit different. I know I don't usually do unboxing videos, and videos like this I'm usually a gaming channel, but I thought I'd unbox this controller for you for when I play fighting games, like Street Fighter and probably Brawlhalla I'll be using this for as well. It is the Razer Raion Fightpad. This is I've heard a lot of good things about this controller, and I'm really excited for it. I'm personally a big fan of Razer. I have a Razer mouse. I have a Razer headset that I use for playing video games when I use keyboard and mouse. So hopefully this controller will be good. And let's get into the unboxing. So I already took off the tab. I was just so excited I wanted to see the controller. So let's open this bad boy up. And that's the controller. Oh, this thing's a beauty. I love it so much. Right out of the box, it's just presented to you, and you can hear just with how amazing it is. Just listen. The controller is super clicky, such a clicky controller, and it's very nice. Let's get this stuff out. So we can get this controller out of here. Release it from my cardboard caging. And then I'll put the controller over here for now, but in the box also comes with this nice little instruction booklet and stickers for your Razer Raion. Put this back in the box. Put this styrofoam back here in the box. And this will go up on my wall of boxes for all of my other controller things that I have. And other gaming stuff. But for right now, let's get back to this beautiful controller. We have a nice long cable here, which I'm not going to undo right now, but it's very nice. And then we got a USB cover, so that way when you're traveling with the controller, your USB does not get damaged. And then the controller, which as you heard before, super clicky, super clicky. All the buttons are super clicky. Even the touchpad, the share button, the options button, the home button, super clicky buttons. This is a very nice controller. Even the mute and the volume button is just insane. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have these switches down at the bottom, which I'll talk about when I get through the entire controller. And then we have a switch here on the back. And this is definitely not a normal DualShock 4. It has no joysticks, it has 6 face buttons, and it has only a D-pad. Yeah. Let's get into the dynamics of this controller. It's a very meaty controller compared to, it feels more like holding a Xbox controller, if you know what that feels like. It feels like holding one of those with how beefy the grips are, and just the form factor. It does not feel like a DualShock 4 at all. You have your D-pad here with 8 directional inputs, which is very nice. You have up, diagonal, right up, right, right down, down, left, left up. You have all those inputs. And then you have your X square, triangle, circle buttons, which are very beefy compared to a normal DualShock 4. And then you have all-in-one up here, which I'll get into later on why they're up there. Then you have R1 and R2 here. Then you have L1 and L2 here. And then you have these switches down here at the bottom. But we'll get, with these, you have a D-pad, which is all the way to the left. You have in the middle is left stick, and all the way to the right is right stick, for different inputs depending on what the fighting game prefers for the input to make it work better. So in theory, if you have a way to connect this to a switch, you could put it on left stick and you could use it for smash. But that's an adventure for a different time. And then this switch I love this switch. This switch is so nice. So this switch lets you switch these bumpers and triggers up here. So that since you have two R1 and R2s with having them up here and over here, it allows you to switch it by going all the way to the right, so that this is L1 and L2, and then this one is L3 and R3. So that way you have even more buttons to map if you decide to play like this. Now, if you decide that you're going to play with this controller like this on your lap, then I would recommend you leave it over here. So that way you have L1 and L2 over here, just like normal. But then you have R1 and R2 over here, but that you're not going to be able to hit those with how your your hand is, unless you press them with your pinky, which would be weird and make you move your fingers. So, but that's up to you on how you decide to play. I'm gonna try out both ways, and I probably will end up playing Street Fighter like this and Brawlhalla like this when I use this controller. And those are those switches. And then we have this switch on the back here, which switches it from PS4 mode to PC mode. So this is a PS4 controller and a PC controller that you can use on either if you decide to. And then you have your mute button, volume button, home button, touchpad, power, options, and share button. And then I'm pretty sure if you press both of these at the same time, it disables your options button, your home button, and your share button, so that way you don't accidentally press those. Like, I'm pretty sure they're pretty far out of the way and you won't press them, but just so you don't press them, they're out of the, you can press both of those buttons and it locks it so you can't. So that way, because if you're in a tournament and you, like, pause the match, you lose. So if you have those turned off, you can't pause the match, and that way you don't automatically lose if you're in a tournament. But those are only for hardcore players. This is a wired-only controller. It does not go wirelessly. But that's so, since it's a fighting pad, it's for... So you have the least amount of input lag. So you get lightning fast reactions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You have your headphone jack down here. And yeah, I think that's it for the review. I will be using this to stream Brawlhalla and record Brawlhalla videos, and stream and record Street Fighter videos and streams, of course. So, if you look forward to those, make sure you leave a like on this video. Leave comments on what you might want to see me play with this. I could play shooters with this because I can do left stick and right stick, which that will be so hard. I don't want to do that, but I can do that. I will mostly be using this for 2D games and fighting games. And maybe eventually, if I can get so I can record videos on my Switch, we can do that as well. If you guys enjoy, leave a like, and yeah, I think that'll be it. See you guys in the next one.